All right, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Workshop. Phil Ebiner here with Diego Davila. We are so excited to have you here. And I just wanted to take a moment to welcome everyone from everywhere, from our Facebook groups, from Udemy, from people who got the educational announcement about this, from our email lists. And thank you for bearing with all of our announcements this week. We're just so excited about digital marketing, especially this week. And in this workshop, we're just going to be giving a basic overview about what digital marketing is, how you can have success with it, and if we have time, we'll get to some questions and answers at the end. So first off, though, we just want to make sure people are watching, so give us a thumbs up, a like in the comments of the chat of the Facebook post itself. If you have comments or questions, post there, and let us know where you're listening from so we know that there's people actually listening to us. Oh, no sound. Can people hear us? No sound for you. Diego, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, make sure the sound's on. Okay, Alexi says sound is fine. Maybe refresh, turn on the audio. While we're doing that, Diego, how about you introduce yourself? Because I interviewed you for the Online Course Masters podcast, but some of my audience is here for this workshop who might not know you. So yeah, introduce yourself.
Excellent. Thank you, Phil. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Diego Davila. I am a full-time Udemy instructor, and I love to be here with you today because we have exciting stuff to talk about. I am on Udemy. I am teaching on Udemy for almost 3 years, and I love doing that. So basically, that's it. I hope you like what you are watching today, and I hope you get a lot of value on this session. And how about you, Phil? Introduce yourself to my audience. I mean, everybody knows you already, but I mean, if there is somebody that doesn't know you, you can introduce you.
Yeah, well, I've been teaching online since 2012, but even before that, I think I used digital marketing techniques. I didn't really call it digital marketing, and I think this word digital marketing, or this phrase digital marketing, is so hot right now, and you know, people use it throughout here left and right because everyone needs a digital marketing strategy to have success nowadays. But even before I was teaching online, I was doing video production, working for companies, helping their marketing campaigns, doing a lot of online video. But even for my own personal business, I ran a wedding videography business for a couple of years, and we were doing all kinds of digital marketing online, but also what I would call non-digital marketing, like traditional word of mouth, that kind of stuff. You know, I got my coffee today.
Nice.
I got the Teach on Udemy mug. And I was thinking, like, this in itself is not digital marketing. This is physical product-based marketing. But the fact that I am sharing it on this live stream makes it sort of digital marketing for Udemy. So digital marketing kind of runs the gamut of all kinds of things. But I guess to wrap up my intro, I've been teaching online for 5 years now. This is my full-time thing, but I'm also trying to expand with my business to not just have online courses be the only sort of source of income, the source of revenue, but just a bigger media company, and it's all about digital marketing there. So
wonderful.
So I got some great questions. These comments are flying by. We got almost 50 people watching live. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Got people from Thailand. Someone's asking if you're Spanish. Diego.
I saw the question from Sajet, I think. I was born in Paraguay, so my first language is Spanish, but I am also Brazilian. My mom is from Brazil, so I live a portion of my life in Brazil and a portion in Paraguay. So I speak, like, let's say, 2 languages, Spanish and Portuguese.
And that really helps with your courses and digital marketing because you can cater to 2 or multiple groups of people and kind of reuse your content in multiple ways, which I can't do.
If you are here watching and you want to ask on Spanish or Portuguese, you can go ahead and we will answer to you.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm curious too, just to know where people are at with digital marketing. Do you guys have your own businesses? What type of businesses do you have? Are you online teachers? I know a lot of our followers are online teachers themselves. Post in the comments just what kind of business you're starting, and we'll try to tailor this sort of workshop to helping you. I know there's people that might be running their own physical business. And I think there's this kind of confusion about this whole idea of digital marketing is only for people with online businesses, but that's completely not true. Every business, I believe, needs a digital marketing strategy. So even if you have a brick and mortar business, you own a restaurant or something down in your town, you need a digital marketing strategy. So we've got people saying that they're starting their video production company, online teacher, entrepreneur in the tech, got an agency, online teacher, Facebook and Google agency. So lots of different people from all walks of life. Cool. Well, we're excited to have you here. And there's lots of people who probably haven't started a business yet.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Looking to differentiate myself through the digital space. Yes. Web designer, perfect. Dog training, like that's perfect. Like being a dog trainer. And if you're looking to grow your business, I'm actually in the process of looking for adopting a dog. And we're looking at all of the local shelters, but we're also looking at rescue groups. And the rescue groups that have the nice Facebook page, that have the nice website that's easy to use, that put out videos on YouTube. These are the groups that I'm like more interested and drawn to because it's just more professional. Not that the other groups are worse, but it's obviously calling out to me, and I think they're more successful. There's a lot more people adopting animals from these rescue groups that have a better digital marketing presence. So it's important for any type of person. So Diego, I'm going to launch this question at you. Let's just lay out the groundwork and talk about what is digital marketing? What does that even mean? We've talked a little bit about it, but what is it basically?
Well, digital marketing is a group of tools and online tools that we can use in order to grow any business online. That's the basic definition. So what does it specifically? We have social media marketing, we have websites, we have content marketing, podcasts, different platforms. So all these platforms that you can use today, and we have available today, most of them 100% free, we can use in order to create the digital marketing for you and for your company. And not only for your business. Let's say you have you work by yourself, you're a designer, a photographer, and you have a small company that you are a one-person company, let's say. Even with that, you can promote yourself, you can promote your name, your brand, your services. It's not only for products. We can apply that for services. And for anything, I mean, everything that you want to promote and you want to reach people basically all over the world, you have the digital marketing today, which is an amazing group of tools that you have available that you can use, and you will learn how to use that on this video.
Yeah,
hopefully we have time. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of laying the groundwork, but basically, I put it into a few buckets: content marketing, social media marketing, which kind of crosses the line between content marketing, and then paid marketing, which is also using your content and social media profile sometimes, but it's more of a traditional form of marketing. What I love about digital marketing and specifically content marketing is that we can do it, and how we actually do it is by giving, by telling stories, by entertaining. And instead of just selling, I've built my entire business just based off of being able to make tutorials on YouTube and write blog articles that actually help people. And so it's not just me telling people, hey, I have this course, I have this tutorial, and you have to pay for it to access it. All I have to do is help people and serve people, and eventually, using tools like email marketing, which is actually another bucket, I would say, but an email funnel, opt-in forms, those kinds of things to direct people to our products. We can just give and have a good business that way.
And everything start giving, Phil. That is good that you said that, man, because basically the initial step that you want to do with your target audience is adding value initially, because at the beginning they don't know you. They probably don't know your brand, your company, or the service you provide. So the first step is to offer something for free to them. And by doing that, you are establishing that relationship with your potential customers. And after that, after a few steps, they will be ready to buy from you or to buy your products, your services. So that giving for free initially, that's very, very important. And also, I know that you believe that, Phil, too. The more we give, the more we receive. So that's one of the rules of life, right?
Yeah, and especially with content marketing, when you're putting out blog articles, when you're putting out YouTube videos, I didn't come up with this, but I've learned that when you feel like you're giving away too much for free, it's a good position to be in. It's actually the right position to be in. You shouldn't feel like you're holding back content or strategies or the secrets. I personally think that you give all of that away, and you might have some extra kinds of things that you sell, but the more you give away, people are going to just latch on to you and your brand and your business. And if you're giving all that great content away for free, then it's like, wow, what could they be possibly giving in their paid products or services?
Yes.
And that's how you sell. So kind of that's what digital marketing is. The next question is, how can digital marketing help you? And we kind of answered that already, but I think for me, it's basically this idea of not having to sell all the time. It obviously grows your business. With content marketing specifically, I think of content, the content that I create is our blog articles and YouTube videos mostly, and podcasts now for my other sort of brand. And these are content that lives online for a long time. And so unlike a Facebook ad that, I pay for and it lives online for a day or two or however long I'm paying for it, I can write a blog article, I could post a YouTube video.
Yes.
And it could live there for years. And if it's evergreen content that someone is going to be searching for years, then it potentially could, bring people to my audience for years and drive people to my website. And we have to use the tools that the platforms give us to drive people back to our own, list. And I guess that's kind of like a good transition to email marketing, and how does content and email marketing kind of work together? Diego, I'll throw that at you.
So email marketing and content marketing, these two things are very related, because one of the most important assets we have on the digital marketing, guys, on your online business, or even if you have an offline business, is your email list. So one of the big mistakes entrepreneurs make every day is that they don't start collecting their customers, their fans, name and email initially. When they start building their online business, their online presence on Facebook, YouTube, on their blog, people don't start collecting that. And that's important. Why? Because basically, as I told you in the beginning, the relationship between you and your customer is super important here. And they need to trust you. When they trust you, they are ready to hire you for a job. They are ready to buy your product because they know that the product is good. If we are buying on a smartphone today, probably me personally, I don't know you, this is a little bit controversial, but I will choose probably an Apple phone or a Galaxy phone because I trust these two companies. I know that they produce amazing products, So the email list is a great way to have this database and to establish this relationship that you need with your customer. And answering your question, Phil, you can use, because you are emailing, you are having a conversation with your audience through the email, right? The email sequence that you have, you can use that also to promote your content. So if you have a new video, for example, or you have a new product on your company that you are creating, you can email them and say, hey guys, here we are creating this great product and we think this will help you in this way. This will change your life, or this will improve this part of your business, let's say, in this way. So you can use this channel, the email marketing channel, as a tool to promote the content that you are creating, and also new products, new services, or the content that you already have. Because if you already have posts that are ranking on Google and are there, and you see on the analytics that people are accessing and are using, are finding that organically, you can use that too to promote your audience, because you know that people really like that. So you can copy that, write a great email for them, and just email to your audience, and you will drive a lot of traffic to your website, for example. So that's one way to use it.
And I'm thinking about these buckets that we're kind of setting up. We've got the content bucket, we've got, I guess, email marketing bucket, the social media marketing bucket, and the paid marketing bucket. And that's how I see it. Content is like the stuff you create, and then the way that you send it out to the world and tell people is through email, and then also through social media. You know, there's one caveat with social media nowadays. On Facebook, you can host your content. Some people might say creating content on, you know, Twitter, putting up Twitter tweets is actual content. And that's true. You can do that. But for me, at least, I use these social media as a way to, you know, tell the world about the other content that I have, to tell them about the products I have. And then paid marketing is kind of the lever that we can pull to increase the rate at which people see our content, if we have a budget for it. You know, it's easy to get our videos in front of thousands of people if we have money to pay for YouTube ads. And that's something that I sometimes do with some of my videos, not only promotional videos for content like ads, but actual content, like real valuable content. I'll pay, you know, $100 for YouTube ads, and that video will then get, you know, a few thousand views, maybe depending on the audience I'm sending it to, 10, 20,000 views. And that helps it rank in the search engines, and that gives it a little boost so that it has a little bit of a longer life. It increases the SEO ranking, and when I stop paying for the ads, it still serves a little bit better. So we had a question that just popped up from Alka. Let me bring that up. So would you say there's no need to do Facebook ads for a beginner? And I bring this up just because we're talking about using email marketing, and I don't want to get people, you know, worried about, we're not anti-ads. So the question is, would you say there's no need to do Facebook ads for a beginner? I'm making videos for my content on a regular basis. I'm hosting an online event in September debating on Facebook ads. Any advice?
That's
Diego,
a great question.
You're the Facebook ad master. I've done a little bit of Facebook ads. The reason why we've come together for this training for our class that we put out was that Diego is the social media Facebook ad master. I do more of the content. I'm not going to call myself a master, but
you are a master, man.
I do more of the content marketing. From my perspective, it's a difficult question because it's an event that's coming up soon. And so it's, you know, if you want to pull that lever, if you don't have an audience already, Facebook ads might be a great way to do that, to get it in front of a lot of people if you don't already have the audience. In the long run, you know, content marketing might be better, and just kind of putting out a lot of great content, building up an organic Facebook group or something related to your idea or your business. But not just what is Facebook ads a good option, but if they do decide to do a Facebook ads, how would Alka have a lot of success with that?
That's a great question, Alka. Well, everything depends on your goal specifically. If the big advantage we have now, guys, and Alka, is that before Facebook, let's talk about Facebook specifically. When we talk about Facebook, we can mirror all the other social media platforms, because almost every social media platform today have an ad service that you can pay and you can promote to people specifically on your target audience, and you can reach people like basically all over the world, right? So my suggestion for people that are starting from scratch, let's say you are starting, you don't have an audience, and you create your first Facebook page, for example, and you want to start creating. Before Facebook, we didn't have an option. We need to wait for the content to grow organically on, let's say, Google or maybe another channels, and people will find you in some way, let's say. Right now, we have the option to invest a little bit of money initially on Facebook ads, and start creating that audience, start engaging your audience, start reaching people that are interested in what you have, Alka, on your product, your services, everything that you have to offer. You can target very specifically on Facebook right now. We have these tools. So what I suggest to people that want to invest a little bit on ads to create this initial target audience, this initial movement on your Facebook page, on your audience, is to invest around $5 to $10 a day, for example. You can invest less if you want, like $3 a day, or you can do a test for a week, let's say $10 a day for a week, and see how it goes. And you promote your Facebook page. That's one option. You can promote, first create, of course, some content on the page. So when people go there, people will see the content, they will say, yes, I love this, let me like this page. That's one option. Another option is to create a great post, a great post on your Facebook page. Also, you already created some content, so people will find more content about you. And you create one post and you boost that post to your target audience. So you are offering a solution for a specific pain point that your audience have. So you are saying, I will solve this issue with my product or with my services. Here is the video, here is the link, or you can offer something for free, which is even more powerful. You can drive them to a landing page because you are already paying ads, collect their name and email, start building your customer base.
And Diego froze. Oh no, Diego froze. But I think what he was saying is great advice. And I think what he's talking about is using Facebook ads to grow your own email list is sort of the next kind of step. You mentioned that you have 20 speakers, and if those people are willing to promote your event for you, that's might be all the sort of marketing you need. So if we have time, we'll get to more of your questions. But I kind of want to talk about this next step we answered what is digital marketing. Oh, Diego's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Diego.
So I wasn't here?
No, we lost you for like.
Oh man. Okay. So
you want to wrap up? I was just kind of wrapping up what you were talking about with Alka about Facebook ads to grow your email list.
Okay. So did you get the part where I said that we can drive people to your email list?
Yeah, we just heard that part.
Okay. So with that, I probably feel you already wrapped that out, right? With that, you can have your initial customers, the database of your customer, which is super important. And from then, you can start creating that audience and growing that audience.
Yeah, I think so. So if you have more questions, Alka, but what I was saying, she has 20 other speakers who are attending the event, and they might promote it themselves. And so getting that more word of mouth marketing, they're going to have their own audiences. And that's one way as startups. If you are looking to grow your email list and your following in the beginning, whether it's on your own website, it's a YouTube channel, it's a podcast, one of the best ways to grow quickly is by working with other people who already have an audience. I get this question all the time from other online teachers who are just starting out saying, how can I grow my YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers? How can I get more people aware of me quickly? Because everyone wants to do it quickly. Yes. If you're just doing it by yourself and you're just creating content, it's going to take a while. It's taken me 5 years to get to where I am today. And if I did things right, actually, the first time I probably would be a lot further than I am now. But one of the things that has sort of expedited that was working with other people and collaborating just so you're introduced to a new audience. So
yeah, that's a great way, Phil. And you have a lot of projects that you did with other people, right? Like courses, videos.
Yeah, lots of courses, YouTube video collaborations, and then of course the podcast, interviewing other people. So we answered sort of what is digital marketing. We talked about why it's important, how it could help you. And then this kind of final question we're going to tackle is like, how do you actually do it? How do you have success with digital marketing? And for me, this comes back to the idea of a marketing funnel. And if people don't understand a marketing funnel, basically it's how we get people aware of us and then ultimately to purchase our products and services. So there's an old sort of marketing idea called AIDA, AIDA, that at the top of the funnel for A is awareness. And that's where people become aware of you. And that's typically through content and just creating content. Someone searches on Google for how to edit a video in this style, and they find a tutorial of mine, so they become aware. Or they search on Facebook for Facebook groups related to Facebook marketing, and they find Diego's Facebook group. And so that's where they become aware. And so that's a lot of people who potentially might become aware of us, and that's the biggest part of the funnel. The next step of the funnel is interest, and that's where people, after they know us, they might click around our website, they might go to another podcast episode of ours, they might see that we're doing other content, or maybe they know that we know about video editing, and they're like, oh, well, I have this other question about video editing, let me see if he has other content about this. And so they're building that interest in us and in our other content that we're actually putting out. That's a little bit smaller group of the funnel. The next is desire. And whether this is for a product or a service, or just a desire for a free ebook or something you have to offer, this is where they're really moving from this is interesting, I like this guy or girl's content, to I want that person's content. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a paid product. This could just be, I want to attend this person's workshop. I want to go to this person's dog training session, or I want to watch this person's free dog training session. And then the last part of the funnel is action, and that's where you give them a way to take action. So it could be, if it is a product, it could be, hey, click this button, and this is how you sign up for my dog training session. And I'm using the dog training because I think it's a perfect example of sort of a live in-person business that you can use digital marketing for. But even if it's an online ad agency, click this, sign up here, and we'll get on a Skype call to talk about, next steps. Or a PayPal button that's here, click this button and buy our 100-page PDF guide, or whatever it is. It's giving them the option to take action. Or it could be something free. It could be sign up for my email list, and you're giving them the option. But it's this funnel working people through, and at the end you have fewer people. It doesn't grow, it's getting smaller. But that's the whole idea that you have to keep in mind. How are you working people through that funnel? And whenever you wake up and you're thinking about what I should be doing with my business, think about, okay, what part of the funnel is this helping? Is what I'm doing today, is this blog article I'm writing today helping people become aware of me? Is it a blog article that's promoting a new piece of product? And does it have a call to action? So is it more part of that action phase? Is this an email that I'm sending that has testimonials from other customers about how their dogs went from being crazy dogs to the most obedient dogs, and that's building desire for your training? Think of some of these the content or the emails, the things you do can be a part of multiple parts of the funnel, but I think you should think about it as being a part of one of the funnels, because that's when you can really create it with a better goal. So in terms of like the marketing funnel and just having people succeed, what are ways that you are moving people through your own funnel?
Through email marketing and content creation. So basically, I love that you talk about that, Phil, about the funnel, because one of the mistakes that people make, especially on creating ads on Facebook, on YouTube, or any channel, is that people drive the new customer, like cold traffic, people that don't know you and don't know your business, people drive them straight to the action phase. So they jump the whole funnel instead of putting on the top of the funnel and following with messages, with videos, adding value. Before you ask for the sale at the end, people drive them straight to the sale. And I mean, the ads won't work. Of course, they won't work because the customer, the audience we are driving there to the sales page, they don't know us. They don't know our company or products. They don't know if we are good or not. So that's why the funnel is super important. And one thing, Phil, one tip that I can give in order to, if you are starting with digital marketing and you want to succeed, we have a lot of tools today on the market. I mean, it's overwhelming. If we will start thinking about the email marketing, the social media, the ads, oh my God, where do I start? And you need to create content, work, and it's crazy. So my suggestion is to find one or maximum two channels where you will start building your audience. So if you say Facebook and YouTube, that's fine. Let's start Facebook and YouTube. You create YouTube videos very regularly, once a week or more if you can. And you start posting that on Facebook. You can post your YouTube videos on Facebook and do the same the other way. So find two platforms that you can start working and work very hard on them. I mean, work very consistently, create new posts, new videos, do Facebook Live, YouTube Live for your audience, and you will see that your audience will slowly at the beginning start growing, but after a few days, after a few weeks, maybe after a few months, it will grow and grow and grow. And there is a point, guys, that I always said, when your audience is growing and growing and growing, start to grow, like, let's say, exponentially. And when you are very consistent with your content, one of the important things here is to be consistent and create great quality content.
Yeah, no, I think that's so important. I think a lot of people see other brands and they look at like the big brands, you know, Apple, Coca-Cola, and they see them on every marketing channel and every social media platform. Well, they have a whole teams for all these different channels. And so when you're starting out, focusing on one is a good idea. There's tools that you can use to automate things. Like, for example, I am so bad at Twitter. I do not use Twitter, but I have it automated. So when I post a YouTube video or when I post a new blog article, it gets posted on Twitter so that people who are on Twitter, because I know there's some people that aren't on YouTube, aren't on Facebook, and they're just on Twitter all day, so that people like that might see my content and then eventually will come to my website. But I think that's great advice to kind of focus on just one area. Man, we've been doing this for a half hour. I feel like we've kind of been all over the place, but I hope that we've kind of laid out the groundwork for what digital marketing is and how it can help you. We're going to stick around for a little bit to answer some quick questions. We got maybe 10, 15 minutes to stick around. So post your questions. We got a couple popping up, I see, that are good. So, and let us know if there's things that, like, big questions about digital marketing that you're still stuck on and you're needing help with, or if you're unsure whether digital marketing is right for you. And we'll try to get to them right now before we go. We're actually going at the top of the hour. We're doing an exclusive live Q&A with people who joined our masterclass. You probably saw, if you're on Udemy, our promotion yesterday, which we're so excited about. The class has gotten a lot of people in it, and we're super excited. And at the top of the hour, we're going to be chatting with those people. So, Diego, you see any good questions that we need to answer?
James is asking one. Can you put in the screen the second question there?
Yep.
Okay, let me see here. 1 second.
James, I have a drip campaign that presents offers after 4 emails, after giving away some great video content, but no sales of my course after 100 people going through the campaign. What else might you try? Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. The first thing is, James, how are you driving people to your landing page? Are you doing Facebook ads or anything else? If you can comment there, that information. And also one thing, I mean, if you are doing ads, one thing that you can try is to change your target audience, because people are going, I mean, if you are driving for an ad, people are taking action because you already have 100 people going through your sequence. That's great. Great job. But looks like for some reason, the sequence is not converting well. What you can do maybe is try to change increase the number of contacts that you have with your audience. So instead of having 4 emails, you can add more emails with video content. Maybe you can change the delivery that you have. You can change the copy on your emails maybe. So there are different things that you can try. My suggestion, and I would love to hear Phil's point of view on that, because he's a very good writing. So where I was.
I'm also wondering, how much is he charging? One thing, I just got back from Udemy Live, and I had this great conversation. We both had a great conversation with one of the Udemy staff who is an expert at marketing. And, you know, as teachers, we always complain about the pricing model, and, you know, Udemy charges so low for our courses. We could charge hundreds of dollars for these courses that we're putting out. And it's probably true that we could target specific people who would pay that much. But when you're targeting cold traffic, when you're targeting people on social media, when you're targeting people on YouTube, these are people that are looking for free content. And so even, I see James, you're saying $20. What I've realized is even $20 is a lot for someone who signs up for an email list and is going through an automated sequence. So I've actually recently switched all of my courses on my own website are now $15. And if you're a part of my inside circle, if you get my promo messages, if you get my emails, I'm probably going to start promoting for less than $15. With our latest course, we promoted for $10. Basically, just to give it away to as many people as possible, but also because the people that we're serving, that's the price that they're willing to pay for an online course. So of course, this depends on the business. You know, for a live dog training session, you're not going to want to charge $10 because it's a lot more work. But if you're creating a dog training online course, then maybe having a lower price might work. So I would try playing around with pricing, James, just to see, if you drop the price to $15 and you start making sales, then it might be worth it to just keep that price dropped. So let's get to another question. I know there were a couple down below. I think Seth Estrada had asked a while ago, at what revenue level should a startup be using paid placement for their social media posts? I'm guessing it's me like promoting social media posts. Is that right, Seth or Diego?
Yes, that's a great question, Seth, and thank you for sending that. There's not a rule that I cannot say you, okay, you need to wait until you have this money in order to start paying for traffic. I believe that we can start paying for traffic from the beginning. Why? Because you can start very low. You don't need to invest a lot of money on that. And it's up to you. You can decide how much to invest and how many days you want to run your ads. And also because the first time you create an ad, probably it won't work very well. The ads are a work that you need to keep trying, change the image, change the headline, see how it works. It's a testing work. So you will invest, you need to look at it as an investment. So you are investing time and money on ads initially, a little bit, in order to see what works for your audience. And I cannot tell you, do this or do that will work. Why? Because every audience is different, or your audience is different than mine, is different than Phil's. So depending on your business, depends of what do you have to offer. So basically, my suggestion is to start creating ads from the beginning, invest a little bit, $3, $5 a day, or maybe do for 1-2 weeks and stop, see how it works, change the headline, try again. And after that, you will be finding the specific recipe that works for you. And the great thing, guys, here is that when you find the recipe, it's a money machine. It's difficult to get there, but if you try, you will get there. And when you get there, you put like $50 on ads and you sell your products and you have a profit of 20%, 50%, or the amount that you have, So when you get to that point, you just need to keep doing it and keep improving. But in the beginning, of course, won't work as we expect, and we need to try it until we find the perfect recipe for your audience.
Yeah, I think it depends on the audience for sure. And I think it brings up to this next question from Justin about, is it worth it to pay for ads on Udemy, or would you only pay for ads on your own privately hosted courses? My perspective is that I remember at Udemy Live last year, the Udemy team had a session about their ads. And they talked about how much money they've spent to figure out how to be profitable with ads. And it took them a lot of money and a lot of people trying that out. And that's just, like we talked about before, sending cold traffic basically to our courses. And now retargeting, which is a whole nother thing that we haven't really talked about. But personally, I would say that it's much more beneficial if you're going to pay for ads to direct them back to your content, to a landing page where you can have an opt-in where they can sign up for your email list, so that you can start to warm them up that way. Because even your email list is going to be your highest converting audience anyways, compared to social media or ads. And so growing that email list, I think, is the most important thing. And so if you're boosting your posts, or doing ads, definitely direct it back to content that will lead them into that awareness and then interest part of the funnel.
That's a great advice, Phil. And you can also, Justin, thank you for your question. As Phil suggested, you can drive people to a landing page, because if you drive directly to Udemy, that's great. I mean, some people will buy, especially if people already know you. So if you are promoting to people that already like your page, or people that are in your Facebook group that are your current students, that's great. If not, if it's cold traffic, what Phil said, I love that, is driving people to a landing page. You get their name and email, and you establish a relationship with them, and after that, you send them your Udemy coupon. And the conversions will go way higher than just... That's the same example we gave at the beginning when we have the funnel and we have the ad, and we are driving, instead of putting through the funnel, we are driving people straight to the sale. You know, if you are driving people to the Udemy sale, the Udemy page, you will go straight to the sale. So it's up to you. I think it would be better to go through the funnel.
There's this other side of the argument, though, that says that Udemy does retarget basically everyone who goes to a landing page and doesn't purchase. So if we're driving a lot of traffic to our Udemy landing pages, they're going to pick up the advertising for us. True. And so it's kind of difficult to understand if it's profitable ourselves unless we could track the individual people. Yeah. But if we're sending 1,000 people to our Udemy landing page with an ad that costs $50, and then 10 of those people ultimately purchase the course because Udemy starts retargeting, it's a whole another side of the system. So, okay, we got a couple more questions. We're going to have to stop in 4 minutes because we need a little break before our next sort of Q&A session. One quick question was how are we doing this live setup? We're using BeLive.tv. It allows you to do the split screen on Facebook Live with guests. You can do it by yourself. So that's BeLive.tv. And then let's see. I'll answer this question really quick. And then there's one last question from Digital Painting I want to get to. This question from Christine, who found me on Skillshare and has learned a ton from my classes. Woohoo! Talking about the volume of content I create. How many hours and days do you work in a week? So this is
I want to know the answer to that too, Phil.
Yeah. I go back in time every week and I work 80 hours. No, I probably do spend 35 to 40 hours working a week. You know, that is a typical job. The thing is, I started doing this on the side. And so I was working 20 hours a week on top of my 40-hour-a-week job. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I switched to full-time, which was about 2 years ago now, it seemed like I had so much time just to do the things that I do. And so I still feel like that. I feel like there's always something I could be doing. I never run out of things to do. But I also feel like I can get a lot of stuff done because it's my sole focus is creating content, working on my website, working on social media. And I could probably create a lot more content if I was more efficient and had a better setup for all of this kind of stuff. And I'm constantly trying to get better at that. But yeah, I guess to answer your question, I probably spent about 35 to 40 hours a week just creating content. Mm-hmm. One of my, I guess the things that I'm good at is just being efficient at editing videos. And because a lot of the content I create is video content, it takes me, a third of the time that most people spend actually editing videos. And that's one reason I can be so efficient. So that's just one of the reasons why I put out a lot of good stuff. So thanks for that question. And then the last question I'll bring up, and I'll throw this to Diego, is the website the most important medium in digital marketing compared to other social media?
Man, that's a difficult question.
I think it depends, honestly.
Depends, yeah. What do you think, Phil?
Well, I think that nowadays people can build an entire brand off of a website. I see people doing it all the time. I see YouTube channels where the YouTube channel is their home. I see people on Instagram where Instagram is their home base. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like if you're ultimately going to be selling products, and especially if you want an email list, you're going to need your website. And that's where you have control. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Udemy, these platforms change the rules sometimes. You don't have control about what you can say, what you can do. And so if you lose access to it somehow, or if things change, it's important to have your home base be your website. So I don't think necessarily your website has to be the main part of your business. For me, I don't know if it is actually, but I think it's a necessary thing for every business. If you don't have a website, even if you have like a great YouTube channel, even though I see people who's only on YouTube, when I find out and I search for them and they don't have a website, I'm like, what are you doing then? How are you getting people, and it's not necessary, but I think I would say it's so important. I don't know.
It's important. And I see it this way, digital paintings and the question. Thank you for your question. I see it this way. I think that the website is like your house, is your home. You live there. This is where you have all the beautiful content that you created. And the social media channels, the podcasts and all that are the tools that you have to chase people on the internet. So you go there on Instagram, you chase 10 people, you put it on your website and say, hey guys, just consume all this great content here. You go on your podcast and you said, okay, go to my website and download this PDF. And you drive people from your podcast to your website. So I think both of them are necessary. And your website, of course, alone, I mean, I don't know, you will need to rely only on Google organic rankings. But if you have the social media in combination with your website, I am speaking a little bit Spanish, man. So you have your website with the social media channels. You can combine the power of both of them, both tools, and is the best way, in my opinion, is the best one of the best ways to grow your audience.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. Well, I think we should probably do this again and help people out in the future. Maybe we'll do another thing in the coming weeks, but we appreciate everyone for being here. If you guys do want to take it to the next level, we have that class that we just put out and I linked to it. You can get it for $10. It's the top. I pinned that comment below. I know a lot of you are already in the class, so thank you so much for joining. We're excited. It's 25 hours of amazing content related to everything we're talking about today.
And now we are going to another Q&A for students, exclusively for students, right? Right now in 15 minutes. So if you want to participate, you can go to the course. In the course announcement tab, you will find the link to the Q&A. And on that session, in 15 minutes, we are taking questions from all of you guys. So go there. We wait for you there. I hope you will love the course. I mean, it's amazing. 25 hours. I mean, $10. I buy cappuccinos twice a week, so 2 cappuccinos on a Starbucks is $10. And I mean, I will be happy to trade that for a 25-hour course. And it's great.
I was thinking about it today or this week, and I was just like, we really do it just because we like helping people. And hey, I'm not complaining. I'm able to do this. I make a good living, and it's great. But a 25-hour course for $10 is kind of ridiculous. Plus, we're doing a live session. So, I mean, literally, usually I charge at least $200 an hour for Skype time. So, yeah, but hey, we love it. We're here to help as many people as possible. So hopefully we helped you out today. We're going to take a short...
So where people can go to join the course, Phil?
I posted a link, or I pinned the post or a comment. If you're on Facebook and there's a pinned comment at the top that takes you through videoschoolonline.com/digital marketing, and you get the course for $10. And yeah, go to the announcement tab, and then it's a YouTube live session that's private for people coming up in 10 minutes. So I need a little bit of a break. And Diego, I'll see you in like 5 minutes. And everyone else, we hope you had a great time. And if you have any questions, we'll see you in a few minutes, or, we're always available online. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.